What's up, everybody watching on the computer, smartphone, tablet, or TV? This is Andy, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to hook up your PlayStation 3 with an Elgato Game Capture HD or a Game Capture HD 60. Doesn't really matter, and I'm also going to be teaching you how to hook it up with OBS specifically, because no one here on YouTube seems to have a tutorial on how to hook it up with open broadcast software specifically, and I recommend it personally because I don't really like Elgato software. I will say that. I've done a lot of recent Andy Plays episodes with the Elgato, and playing around the settings is fun. But it's not important. The settings I'm going to teach you today are for the OBS coming from the PS3 signal. That's later on in this video, but first things first, I gotta teach you how in the world to hook up the Elgato via HDMI and all that stuff. Now, most important thing is you're gonna need an HDMI splitter. It has to have one that says HDMI input on one side and two that says HDMI out. And I'll show you guys in a sec, because if it says two HDMI in and one HDMI out, then this is not going to work. So, obviously, if you're on Amazon, eBay, please keep that in mind. A lot of these splitters are under 20 bucks, so you really shouldn't be spending that much money. If you get ripped off for $50, $75, I mean, that's a complete rip-off. But I'll take you to my setup, first step, and then I will take you to the OBS settings. This is the HDMI splitter you are absolutely going to necessarily have in this situation, and if my vocabulary is off, I apologize, because I don't want any of you getting confused about, oh, well, it has two HDMI in, one HDMI out. No, it has to say it like this. So, the example here is to have, it's upside down, ooh. Oh, where autofocus will help. HDMI in, okay? HDMI input. It's a little blurry, but it definitely looks better than using the stupid handycam I tried filming this video with earlier. So make sure the output, this is my PS3, this is the super slim model. If anybody's laughing at me in the comments, go ahead. Make sure the HDMI out is going into the HDMI in, alright? It's upside down. If anybody's complaining, I'm sorry, but it's the best way I can do it. First things first, what you're going to have to do for your Elgato right here, this is my Elgato, make sure your HDMI input, is going to the output, okay? Very, very, very important. So, HDMI in one end, HDMI out on this end, alright? And the last important step you can do is make sure that your third HDMI cable, and I'm going to stretch this out, make sure you have 3 HDMI cables for this. Your third HDMI cable is going to go from the output into your television's HDMI input. Alright? So, with that out of the way, I'm going to show you how to hook it up. Last important step with open broadcast software. So, you all thought that that's what you would expect after you turn your PS3 on and expect that magical wonder of the PS3 music to come on. Wrong! We actually have to change a couple settings. I know it sucks, but hear me out. It's very important that we do this, so First thing you're going to want to do in OBS is make sure scene over here is seen right, because, yeah. Next thing you're going to do is go to video capture device. Can hit OK. Normally properties will come up. So you're going to hit properties. So this is my PS3 right now. So make sure that this says Elgato Game Capture HD or Elgato Game Capture HD 60. Now, very important things we have to do here. Number one, obviously change this back to 1080. That's priority number one. Number two, make sure this says Xbox 360, because there's a good reason. It's going to think that you're recording with the old-fashioned component cables, the white and red. It's going to think that. And for an HD 60, for you HD 60 users, you're not going to have that option anyway. It's only HDMI. So please keep this thought in mind when you are doing this. Don't have it set to PS3, because then PS3 will look awful. Just real awful. So now that we're done with that, we're going to go back to our video capture device. Now we're back here. So when you're on settings, go to sound, go to audio output settings, HDMI of course, go to manual. Now this is very important. Make sure that Dolby Digital is not selected, and there's a good reason why. Elgato does not support Dolby Digital for Game Capture HD. I don't know if it's the same thing with HD 60. You can comment below, but if you're using the old-fashioned HD capture card like I am, make sure that this is not selected. Please make sure that, because the problem is it's not going to record the audio and it's not going to show the video even on OBS. I've had that happen to me. So please make sure that's the best case you do. So now that we're all set, honestly it should be all set. We're all done. There you have it. That's how you can set up a PS3 using an Elgato for OBS. I hope this tutorial helped. If it did, you can hit the like button. Hit the like button. Everybody in the gaming community will be aware of this. I know some people still use PS3s, and especially for people who want to do last gen gaming, I can understand why. So this is definitely useful for anybody using a PS3. I don't want to see any more bad consumerism. This is the only logical way you can do this. If it means spending $100, $200 like I did, this is the best way to do it. I'll quickly show you that this is useful. Definitely useful for somebody like me who will be using this to record better PS3 gameplay in the future. You have my word on that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. You stick until the end. And until next time, take care.